If you review the resume you have in one of your files, it probably starts with an objective. Many resumes did up until around the turn of the century. So if you have an objective on your resume, now's the time to consider changing it. Your objective was a way to say what you were looking for. It said, to obtain a position in which I can blah, blah, blah. There are a couple of things that are wrong with that. One thing is that it's all about you. And unfortunately, although your resume is about you, it's more about the value that you can provide an employer as their next whatever you're applying for. So your objective, first off, right out of the gate, says it's all about me. And we don't want it to be all about you. We want it to be about your value. The other thing is if you look at your old resume with an objective and you read it, it probably really doesn't say anything, because it was always talking about what you wanted in the company. To obtain a position in which I can make a difference or gain more knowledge. That's really not helpful for an employer. Remember that an employer only takes about 10 seconds to review a resume. So you need to be impactful from the first words that you're sharing. This is why you need to replace your old, outdated resume objective with a headline or title. Some people don't want to do this. Why is that? The reason that they don't is because they feel like they're not saying who they are. So let's say that you are currently in a position as a manager, but you're applying for a position that's higher than that as a VP. Your title or headline on your resume should say VP, not manager. But you're not a VP yet. So there might be some disconnect in your head about that. I encourage you to get over that. You are sharing a headline or title that says what you're looking for. It is only the title of the position. Nothing about what you're looking for in the company or values or any of that. If you are applying for a position as a VP of marketing, your title is VP of marketing. If you're applying for a position as the Chief Technology Officer, your title or headline will be Chief Technology Officer. You don't need to get into any more detail than that. Not only will this be beneficial for the employer who's reviewing your resume to see immediately who you are for them, and if that title matches with what they're reviewing resumes for, it'll also help with the applicant tracking software, or ATS, that employers are using. Because they're going to do apples to apples. You're applying for this position, you have this title, and they match your resume appropriately. If you don't have that title on there, there's a huge disconnect for the system and for the people. So as a recap, when you're looking at creating a resume for today and you're using your old resume as a foundation, you're probably going to find that you have an objective. Replace your objective with a headline or title that says the position that you're applying for, not the position that you have. Keep it simple, straightforward, and change it to reflect the title of every different position you're applying for.